Greetings, everyone. This is the Gardening Snail of Livingston, California, just trying to keep the community informed and local government as honest as possible. In this video, we are going to do a brief overview of the special meeting and regular meeting for December 6, 2022. Special meeting set to begin at 6 p.m. You can participate in the meeting by calling 520-525-8911. Special meeting agendas need only provide an opportunity for members of the public to directly address the legislative body concerning any item that has been described in the meeting agenda. The public will have an opportunity to comment on matters not on the agenda at regularly scheduled council meetings. Under closed session, conference with labor negotiator about the position of public service director. Conference with labor negotiator regarding police supervisory employees. Also, public employee performance evaluation, title city manager. The regular session for the December 6th meeting is scheduled to begin at 7 p.m. You can participate in the meeting via teleconference. The meeting will also be streamed on YouTube Live. Public comments can be submitted via email at citycouncil@livingstoncity.com. Comments must be received by 2 p.m. on the day of the City Council meeting in order for them to be distributed to the Council prior to consideration of the matter. You will need to provide meeting date, item number, name, email, and comment. Please limit to 300 words or 3 minutes. Please include public comment in the subject for the email. Written comments will not be read aloud at the meeting, but will be reported as received for the record. If you do not receive an acknowledgement of receipt by 4 p.m., please call the City Clerk's office at 209-394-8041, extension 121. Note, this technology is not a guaranteed method. After the call to order, pledge, moment of silence, roll call, closed session announcements, changes to the agenda is citizens' comment. This section allows members of the public to address the City Council on any item not otherwise on the agenda. Comments are normally limited to 3 minutes. For items which are on the agenda, members of the public will be provided an opportunity to address the City Council as each item is brought up for discussion. Next is announcements and reports by city staff, city manager, council members, and mayor. Followed by awards, presentations, and proclamations. There are 3 presentations to be given to the outgoing mayor and city council members. After that is the consent agenda, which is considered routine or non-controversial, and no separate discussion of these items will be done unless members of the city council or city manager request that specific items be removed for discussion. Items number 4 and 5 are pretty standard and have been appearing regularly on consent agenda. However, a long list of meeting minutes to approve, like the one shown here, is not the norm. After the consent calendar, there will be an invocation followed by the confirmation of canvass of the municipal election and declaring the result. Then the oaths of office will be administered to the mayor-elect and council members-elect, after which there will most likely be a break for photos. Under discussion and potential action item, the first order of business would be to consider and discuss the City of Livingston City Council's options for filling the City Council seat vacated by Council Member Jose Moran. After that, a discussion and possible action on whether to continue remote participation at City of Livingston's public meetings by members of the City Council, as well as its commissions and subcommittees. Wrapping up with a closed session of the newly sworn-in council, the topic being performance evaluation of the city manager. Now let's look at some of the details from the staff reports, the first having to do with the election held Tuesday, November 8, 2022. You might notice that this staff report was prepared by Doug White, the managing partner of White Brenner, and not by Tom Hellinan. It is also not reviewed by the city manager, Vanessa Portillo, but by the finance director, Jennifer Riedeman. Here's an excerpt showing the results of the mayor's election and the election of city council members. Jose Moran has been elected as mayor of the city of Livingston for a full 2-year term ending in December 2024. Gurpal Samra has been elected to the office of city council member for a full 4-year term ending in December 2026. Jason Roth has been elected to the office of council member for a full 4-year term ending in December 2026. Now we'll take a look at a few excerpts from the staff report to consider and discuss the City of Livingston City Council's options for filling the City Council seat vacated by Council Member Jose Moran and take action related to filling the vacancy. This staff report was also prepared by Doug White, and you will notice that in this staff report, Jennifer Riedeman is listed as Acting City Manager. Under background, we see since 2000, the mayor has been directly elected rather than being selected by the Livingston City Council. When Jose Moran takes office as mayor, there will be a vacancy on the City Council. The City Council must fill the vacancy either by appointment or by calling a special election by February 4th, 2023. The individual who is appointed to fill the vacancy would serve until the city's next general municipal election on November 5th, 2024. If the City Council chooses to call a special election to fill the vacancy, the next regularly established election date that allows at least 114 days notice between calling and holding the election is Tuesday, November 7th, 2023. Under City Council appointment, the Council has discretion to determine the process by which to fill a vacant City Council seat by appointment. Some options may include the following: direct appointment, accepting nominations and appointing someone from that process, or initiating an open call for applications to all eligible persons within the city. The City Council is not obligated to appoint someone who ran in the last election and got the second highest votes. City Council may directly appoint an individual to the vacancy without accepting applications. However, it is common in such situations for a City Council to notice the vacancy and solicit applications from interested parties. The City Council must appoint a person who is at least 18 years old, a registered voter, and a resident of the city. The effect of the vacancy on the City Council is that the city's legislative body will be reduced from a 5-person body to a 4-person body. Having a 4-person legislative body is generally not recommended due to the lack of a tie-breaking vote. It is therefore recommended that the City Council consider filling the vacancy by appointment. If the City Council chooses to call a special election to fill the vacancy, the cost of a special election would be approximately $72,676.99. Moving on to the staff report about the discussion and potential action on whether to continue remote participation at City of Livingston's public meetings by members of the City Council, as well as its commissions and subcommittees. Again, Doug White, managing partner of White Brenner, is listed as preparing the report, as well as the acting city manager reviewing this report. On September 13, 2022, Governor Newsom signed Assembly Bill 2449, which goes into effect January 1, 2023. Legislative bodies may allow their members to remotely attend public meetings when at least a quorum is physically present at the meeting. 2, the public is provided access to attend the meeting remotely. 3, the member of the legislative body who is unable to attend in person shows just cause or emergency circumstances. And 4, the member's remote attendance must be both audio and visual technology, such as Zoom. Remote public participation under AB 2449 must be provided via a two-way audio-visual platform such as Zoom, or both a two-way telephonic service and live webcasting of the meeting. Should any disruption to the remote public attendance medium occur, the legislative body will be prohibited from taking action on items appearing on the meeting agenda until remote public access to the meeting is restored. AB 2449 specifically disallows participation by remote means for a period of more than 3 consecutive months or 20% of the regular meetings for the local agency within a calendar year. Staff requests the City Council provide direction regarding whether to continue to allow remote participation in public meetings pursuant to AB 361 and AB 2449. If you like what I do here, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. If you don't, well, thanks for hanging out this long anyway. We'll wrap this whole thing up with a disclaimer. Any musings, wonderings, or questions are my own as a long-term resident of Livingston and City Council watcher since at least 2007, and do not represent the views and opinions of the City Council or the City of Livingston itself, and absolutely does not represent even a vague attempt at legal advice.